So, you've got your first part-time job, or maybe you've even started a paid apprenticeship. That's great, but what does all that stuff on your payslip actually mean? In fact, what even is a payslip anyway? Well, don't worry, we've got you covered. Here are the 5 things you need to know about payday. First things first, what is a payslip? Well, a payslip is a statement that breaks down exactly how you've been paid, and you should get it every payday. Now, depending on what your job is, your payday may differ. It may be the first day of the month, the last day of the month, or it could be something else like the first Monday of the month. But whatever it is, it will always break down exactly how you've been paid. Don't throw it away when you get it. You could get it as a paper form, as an email, but whatever it is, keep it. It's a record of tax, it's a record of national insurance, and the chances are you will need to use it again in the future. Next, you want to understand what net pay is. Now, on your payslip, you'll see 2 different types of pay, net pay and gross pay. Gross pay is the total amount of money that you've been paid before deductions like tax and national insurance. Net pay is the amount that lands in your bank account after those deductions have been made. So if you're checking your payslip against your bank account, you'll want to be looking at the net pay figure. Everyone's heard of taxes, but what are they? Well, people like to moan about them, but fundamentally taxes are a good thing. They help the government pay for things that we all benefit from, like the NHS and schools. And in fact, even if you don't think that's a good idea, well, legally you do have to pay tax on your earnings. You'll also notice on your payslip that on top of income tax, there's something else called national insurance. Now, national insurance operates in basically the same way as income tax, but unlike income tax, it pays for very specific things like the NHS and pensions. And the more you put into it, the more you might be able to reclaim later in life. All this is pretty complicated, and you might be wondering, how do I work out how much tax to pay? Well, unless you're self-employed, you can pay your tax by something called PAYE, which stands for Pay As You Earn. Now, every single one of us has a tax code, which is a series of letters and numbers, and what that does is it tells your employer how much tax the tax man needs to take off before you get your payslip.